Hey everybody, it's your boy Blizzy with Blizzy Mobile here on YouTube. Just coming through with one of my first videos with the S22 Ultra. That is what we are recording this video off of. My new edition, my forever phone. Well, not my forever phone. At least for now phone. The S22 Ultra is going into its 48 hours with me. The Flip 3 is in a box behind me, packaged up, and is out of here tomorrow. Actually today. So this is part 2 because my kitten wanted to interrupt the footage with this, so I'm having to do this on a second chance. So you've seen the unboxing video. Well, it's not quite an unboxing. It's me getting my package and pulling this out. The S22 Ultra, like I said, I'm recording off of the S22 Ultra, and I'm making this quick video before I go into my 8-hour work shift today. Want to give you guys a little bit of background on why the Flip 3 is going back, and I'm not huge on sending devices back, really, to be honest with you. Usually if it's a phone that I like and I want and I go get it, it's usually pretty good about staying around for a while, at least a year. I try to do the year thing with my phones. My S20 Plus made it a little over a year, and now my wife is going to rock it for probably its next year, and then we'll get her something else, and maybe expandable storage will come back, because that's the one thing that's keeping me holding on to the S20 Plus. So the Flip 3, why I'm getting rid of it is a couple of reasons. It's a gimmicky novelty kind of phone, to be honest with you, compared to the Fold, which is actually a very useful phone for entertainment and whatever it is. I love that phone. The Fold 3 I recommend that to anybody. Once you go Fold, you never go back. But the Flip 3 is a smaller device. It's more for in the pocket, for carrying and using. You know, I took it on a trip to New Hampshire, to the ice castles out there, and took some videos and footage. And it does good with that. It does. It really does. It's this point. When you go to look at the screen in sunlight, or even in low-level sunlight, or any kind of light, you can't see anything. The screen at max brightness with sunlight on it, it has no qualities that I can use. If I can't see what footage I'm shooting, I'm just holding a device and pointing it. You know, it felt very pointless when I was out shooting that heavy video footage that day and taking pictures with my wife. And the quality was good when I got home and I looked at it. It's good quality photos and videos. It's just I couldn't see what I was shooting. That's one huge thing. The second huge thing is the battery. The battery. It's not big enough. They did a better job on the Flip 3, I'm sorry. They did a way better job with the design and the functionality and everything with it. But the front screen still is kind of limited to what you can do on there. There's a couple of hacks in there to be able to go into apps on that front screen, Springboard, or I believe it's Springboard, that third-party app that you can put on there that uses the Galaxy Gear Watch's front ROM or whatever its firmware is embedded into that program. And when you use it on the Flip 3, it allows you to be able to use all the apps on the front screen and go into them and use them. Shrunk down marginally, but you could still use them. But the one thing with that is you cannot have a lock screen, a passcode, anything on there. You can't have any kind of lock screen. It has to just be able to unlock and not be secure. That was the coolest thing about it. And I don't want to use it because I like to keep my device locked. I don't know how you guys feel, but if you've ever experienced this or you have this phone and you know what I'm talking about, just the front screen is very gimmicky. And when you open up the phone for the business part of it, I can't see it. And then there's another thing too. Like I'm not big on, the statistics of how many devices take a crap and what's going wrong with them and what I need to look for on mine. But the screen at the hinge is just being destroyed on a lot of people's phones. The guy that developed that Springboard app said he went through 3 flip 3s to develop that app, opening and shutting it to get that to work. And that's nuts to ruin that many devices trying to make an app. I don't know if that's true or what, but that's nuts. So, can't see the screen when I was taking pictures. Can't see the screen hardly at all whenever you're in the sun at all at max brightness. The battery. So I go to work my 8-hour shift. I listen to Bluetooth. I'm looking through the internet. I look at a couple videos, whatever, on my breaks. I leave the house with the Flip 3 primo charged in the 90s almost every day. I try to be high 80s, low 90s or above. And when I go to work and I use the Flip 3, by the time I get home, it's 30%, 20%, which it survives. It survives. But I notice, like, if I don't have the battery saver on and the low brightness and always on display is disabled, all of those toggles in the drop down have to be on or disabled, and you really got to be on point with this phone to get any kind of battery life out of it. It's very unfortunate. So these few things are the reason why I got the Flip 3 in the box and the S22 Ultra in front of me. And I'm going to do more of a video explaining how I feel about the S22 Ultra, but I'm going to tell you like this. Going from an S20 Plus to the Fold 3 and then having this phone, I made a great decision. The battery life on this thing, I can already tell, is going to be amazing. And it charges really, really fast, even with Samsung's 25 watt fast charge. I still might purchase a 45 watt charge just to see. I want to see like the different speeds, but so far this is going into 48 hours with the S22 Ultra. We're good. We're really good. And I made 3 big purchases very recently. All 3. The Fold, the Z Flip, and the S22 Ultra. All great phones. All serve different purposes for different people. If you want a small phone in your pocket and a lot of gimmicky functions and just, it was a cool phone to carry. It was a cool phone to show off and to experience with my wife and my friends a little bit. And my coworkers loved it. The Fold 3 is it shuts them down though whenever I pull that out. But the Flip 3 is a cool novelty phone, but it's going to move on. So you guys let me know how you feel about these 3 devices. What phone are you using in 2022? And what was the last phone you jumped up from? Leave that in the comments. Let me know what you use now and what you jump from. And I'm always interested to know what carriers people are using and what part of the world you're in. So if you guys want to share that, if you have any questions about these phones, hit me up. I'm pretty knowledgeable, I'd like to think, when it comes to how everything works in the settings. I'm still figuring out the S Pen and everything when it comes to that, because I've had a couple of notes in the way past, but I just never was that guy. I was not the note guy that waited every year for that to came out. I was always with the S series. I always liked the S series and their top-notch phone. And then when they started coming out with the multiple devices, the S22, the S22 Plus, the S22 Ultra, it left a lot of options open for me, and I made some mistakes along the way. Like I had the S7 Edge, and then when the S8 came out, I sat still for that one and let it come out. That was a really a benchmark new design in the S8. So when the S9 came out, I purchased that. I bought the S9, and from there I really told myself I would never buy just a regular like the S22. It always had to be the Plus, or now in the later years the Ultra. But you guys leave a comment, subscribe, rate. Let me know what you're using, and leave me a comment if you have any questions. You guys have a great one. I got to go start this work shift. The S22 is Ultra. The Z Fold 3 is awesome, and the Z Flip 3 is out of here. You guys have a great one.